Look what I got. Hey y'all, look what I got. You know what this is? This is Southern Hamburger Pie. It's from my cookbook. It's very delicious. Let me see what page it's on. It's on page 60. It's on page 60. In my cookbook, Happiness is Homemade, y'all. You can get it on Amazon. It'll come right to your house. Y'all go order you one. I'm going to show you how to make this Southern Hamburger Pie because I've got this meat working up right now. But we're going to taste of this in a minute. It's got a crust on the bottom, meat in the middle, and a beautiful cheese top. I'll show you how to make it I'll show you what it tastes like in just a minute, but we're going to make it right now. So this is still cooling. Let me put it over here, and then we'll work on it. How are y'all doing? Y'all give me some thumbs up or press the like button a bunch to wake up Facebook and let it know, hey, we're on here today. And y'all share this, okay, so some of your friends can join me in the kitchen. And I just want to know how y'all are doing. I know. Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing to make this. I've cranked up my oven to 350, and I'm cooking my hamburger meat. Now this doesn't have much fat in it, so if yours has a lot of fat in it, you're gonna have to drain the fat off. But this doesn't. This is actually deer meat, and it doesn't have the fat in it. So anyway, I'm browning it up, and that's what we need to do to get started making that. Let me put this over here. There we go. Now we're just gonna cook this recipe, and I need to move this over so you can see it. There you go. Let me get this out of the way. Hold on just a minute. Okay, there we go. Y'all, this is so easy to pull together. You're gonna need a small baking dish, and you saw that I had a small square baking dish, or you can use one that's small like this. Or if you have a big family like I used to when I was cooking it years ago when all my kids were there, I would double it because, you know, we had big eaters. But anyway, you're gonna have to get your dish and spray it. Okay, that's pretty dadgum easy. And now we're just gonna move on with the recipe. Let me just move it over here where I can see it, okay? I know how to do it, but you know, I always like to make sure I am with my recipe. What we're gonna do is cook this and drain it, and we're gonna add mushrooms. Drain your mushrooms and add 1 can of mushrooms. And then we're going to add 4 ounces of cream cheese. So let me pull that over here. Now y'all, 4 ounces is half of one of these big blocks. Okay, it's half of one of the big blocks. And we're gonna put it in here and melt it. And I need to turn that up just a little bit. Now, this is just like as if you had your pan on the oven on medium heat, okay? And this seems to have gone down a little since I put this in. You know how it does in a regular pan. So I'm gonna turn that up just a little. Now, I'm gonna cut these in squares so I can put it in there. Ooh, let me just rake it off like this. Good gracious. Oops. All right. Kind of rake them off like that. 4 ounces of cream cheese. Y'all, this cream cheese does something magical to this meat, and I love it. Now, my family loves this. I love it, and we call it Southern Hamburger Pie. Let me get all that in there. Y'all, that cheese stuff, we can't leave it on here. We can't leave that flavor. We got to use it. And y'all know how I am. I hate to waste food. Let me get it rag. There we go. All right. Let's try to get this stirred in here, okay? Get that going. I hope y'all are doing okay today. I'm just having a fun time cooking. I love to cook. Do y'all? I love to feed people. I love easy recipes. And I don't know that I'm that good of a cook. It's just that I gather good recipes. I'm a good recipe gatherer, I think is what I am. Because when I taste something that I like, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to keep that recipe and I'm going to feed my family. That's what I like to do. Now, what am I doing with this? I'm trying to get this cream cheese melted in here. And it's melting up very well. So let me tell you what else we need. So first of all, we got the meat, we got the mushrooms, we got the cream cheese, and remember it's half a block, it's 4 ounces, and we're getting it melted up in there. And like I said, that cream cheese does something really good to this meat, okay? The next thing we've got to do is put flour, salt, pepper, and cumin. Now we're going to mix all that together. We're going to take a tablespoon of flour, and we're going to take a half of a teaspoon of black pepper, and we're going to take a half teaspoon of cumin. Y'all don't leave the cumin out. It does something magical too. It makes it magically delicious. We do need a little salt. We just need a dab of salt. So I'm going to do a few dabs. Really, we need 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Okay, there we go. We're going to stir this together, and then we're going to add this in and cook it just a little minute. Okay. All right, let's see how we're going here. Can y'all see the pan? Very good. It's getting melty and delicious. All right, now what I got to do is pour this in, sprinkle it over real good. And then, ooh, there's some that didn't go. Come on, you, get in there. Okay, very good. So we're just gonna stir this together and let it cook up just a little bit. And y'all, this is gonna cook in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on your oven. It takes 30 minutes in mine. But, you know, you can judge it by your oven. And what you're looking for on the bottom is for your bread part of it to be done on the bottom and the stuff on the top to be set. All right, we got this going really well. Ooh, it smells so good. I could eat that right now, but we're gonna finish it, okay? We're gonna finish it. All right. The next thing we gotta do is get our pan over here, and we gotta put the bread in the bottom. Y'all are not gonna believe how easy this bread is. It's canned biscuits. So get your favorite canned biscuit, and you only need 5 ounces. So, you know, it's half of one of these long ones. And what we need to do, and this is the direction that I had years ago from a friend, you split these biscuits in half, like, you know, so they won't be so puffy. You kind of split them in half and then lay them out, spread them out on the bottom, and you make it on the bottom like that. Real simple stuff. And then you kind of spread it out like a dough, you know, like a pizza dough or something. But y'all, this is gonna taste so good. And you know, if you're low carb in it, just don't put the biscuits in there, okay? And you'll have a low carb thing. And I know some people in my family are low carb in it, and David and I do on many occasions low carb it because we have to stay in our suits, you know? All right, let me get this spread out real good. Here I am. What are y'all up to? Y'all give me some hearts if you like one pot wonders or one dish meals. Give me some hearts. And also get in there and wake up Facebook and give me a bunch of likes so that they will wake it up and let people know we're on here. Okay, there we go. So we got this ready, and now we've got this ready. So all we got to do now is put that in here. So here we go. Put that on top. See how easy is this? How easy and how fast. It's gonna be so tasty. And you know, sometimes I make this, and if I have leftovers, I'll put it in the freezer, and it does very well in the freezer, and you can pull it out and heat it up when it's just you for lunch or something like that. It's a good meal. My kids loved this when they were growing up, and my husband and all that. Very good meal. All right, we're about to get that in there. Okay, here we go. Do y'all have hamburger pie recipes? How do you make your hamburger pies? I do mine this way. And I know some people add all these vegetables in it. What kind of vegetables do you add to yours? I usually serve this with some kind of salad. Very good. Then you just even this out. Let me turn this off right quick. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves. Let me turn this off. Okay, and move that out of the way. All right. So we got the bottom done, we got the middle done, and now what we've got to do is get the topping done. And y'all, you can't get much easier than this topping. It's 1.5 cups of cottage cheese, and we're going to put an egg in it. Beat that up good. Let me beat this egg up in this right quick, and then I'll pour it in there. There we go. Got my fork here. We're gonna beat this up. I sound real mean, don't I? I'm gonna beat this egg up. Anyway, we're gonna beat this egg up, and what this egg is gonna do is help make a good texture in our cottage cheese. Now, all of y'all that think I would never eat a cottage cheese on my hamburger, y'all better try this. I'm telling you, try it one time. And if you don't like it, then okay, but I'm just gonna tell you, you're gonna like it. It's good. It's really good. And this is, if you leave the little biscuits off, it's low carb. That's all you do. Mix that in there, and then you pour this over the top. This is so easy. It's kind of embarrassing to show you it's so easy, but you know what? All of us cooks have got to stick together. We have to feed a lot of people. And as I always say, a well-fed world is a much happier place to be. I'm telling you, everybody needs to eat and be happy. Say the blessing. Don't forget to say the blessing too. Thank the good Lord for the food he provides you. And also thank a farmer. Good gracious. All right. This is it. The last thing we got to do is put some red pepper flakes on top. The red, don't leave these out. They make a big difference. They give it a little oomph on the top, and they look pretty. I always put a lot on mine, but you put as many as you like. And now, this baby, y'all, it didn't take me long at all. This is going in the oven for 30 minutes. Hold on. It's at 350 degrees in the oven, 30 minutes, 350. All right. Okay, 30 minutes, I'll have another one, but I want to pull that one over here and show you what it's like when you pull it out. Now I'm going to just move this all out of the way and try to neaten things up a little bit. You're okay with that, right? All right. Ooh, it's hot on the bottom. Let me find something to put under it. It's hot. Woo, the handles are not hot, but under the bottom is hot. I cut mine in squares. I'm gonna cut me a little square of this. Oh, I want a big square. I wonder if I should just take a little taste. Let me just take a little taste. Now you do need to let it sit out, and before you cut it, let it sit there for a little while. Mine's been sitting there for about 15 minutes. For one thing, it's got to set, and for another thing, you don't want to burn your mouth. Okay, let me show you this. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you see underneath it's got the biscuit dough up under there. It's got that beautiful mixture of the meat and the mushrooms and the cheese, and then it's got this cheese on top, the cottage cheese. And y'all, cottage cheese is good in it. And I'm gonna take a big old bite. Okay, you can see the crust on the bottom. Do y'all see that? It's really gonna be good. All right, here I go. That cream cheese in there does something wonderful to that hamburger. And that bread on the bottom, it gives you the little crust. Ooh, I dropped some. Hang on, hang on. That is good. It's tangy, it's meaty, it's creamy, and you got that wonderful bread on the bottom. What is not to love about this? One more bite. This bite's just for you. Okay. That is tasty. I remember now when I took that bite what I always put with it. I like jalapenos, pickled jalapeno peppers, and I put pickled jalapeno peppers with it for me because that's how I roll. But it's really tasty, y'all. Go make you some. And if you're low carb in it, just leave the bread off the bottom. No big deal. And then you've got a great low carb meal. But anyway, y'all know what I always tell you? The good Lord loves you, and he loves you a bunch. And I love you too. And I want y'all to have a really good day and think of some good things that are going on in your life or some people that you love and call them or send them a text or something. And y'all share my video and order my book. Okay, I love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.